Hello friends, we're back at the couch for another tier list. Once again, whoa! And today's tier list is going to be about the St. Vincent discography. Now I wanted to pick an artist that I enjoyed and whose discography I knew pretty well in its entirety, so that way there wouldn't be as many pauses and I could sort of just rip through it and figure it out. So we'll see how this one works. St. Vincent, let's go with it. So on this tier list, we have 8 albums. 7 of them are hers. 1 of them is a collaborative project, but definitely one worth checking out. The first place to start, of course, is going to be her debut album, Marry Me, which was put out on 4AD in 2007. Kinda twee, kinda cutesy, but there's still some neat guitar moments on it, which everyone comes to expect from St. Vincent with time. Overall, B-tier debut. Not bad, not the best. She will go on to do better very soon after this. Just a couple short years later, we followed up Marry Me with Actor, which was put out on 4AD in 2009. I like Actor more than I like Marry Me. Definitely veers into some more theatrical territory, but you got some great stuff on that one. Marrow's on it, Laughing with a Mouth of Blood. Why are the tracks not coming to me now? Strangers is on that record. That song's real good. Actor, pretty solid. A tier, A for Actor. So my favorite of her first several records is 2011's Strange Mercy, which is an absolutely wonderful record. Chloe in the Afternoon, great opening track. Cruel's on that record. Cheerleader, Surgeon. I don't want to call it front-loaded, because the back half of the record is also real good, but that one's probably my favorite of hers. I've actually got a signed copy on my wall. But yeah, Strange Mercy, St. Vincent's first S-tier record. Now, in between Strange Mercy and her self-titled album, she did a collaborative effort with David Byrne and Talking Heads, which brought us Love This Giant in 2012. Very interesting. Admittedly, the album of hers I've listened to the least in terms of her canonical studio discography, but overall, very solid stuff as well. B tier is definitely fair. Following up that, in 2013, we got the self-titled album, St. Vincent, which she would go on to win, I believe, Best Alternative Album at the Grammys for in 14. This one's really good. You got Birth in Reverse on it. You got Rattlesnake on it. It's real good. I said back at Actor, she started to veer into theatrical territory. Strange Mercy was slightly less theatrical. If she went backwards from there to less theatrical, then self-titled veers way back into the other direction and then starts picking that back up. It's pretty good. I think it goes into the A tier. I feel like that's fair. Mass Seduction, which came out in 2017, is probably, of her modern records, probably my favorite of that period. Lots of great stuff on there. You got your Los Angeles, you got your New York, you got Hang On Me, you got Pills. That one's real good. And of course, that was one of the first big albums Jack Antonoff produced for somebody other than himself. That one's also going into S tier. Knock Knock, Daddy's Home. So this one came out in, I believe, 2020, 2021. Somewhere around there. My perception of time is real off, but I know it came out around there. Also very solid, going with a more sort of 70s New York sleaze rock kind of thing. It works. It's really creative. Down is the great single off of that record, but I think it's a solid B tier. And then that, of course, brings us to her most recent release, which came out this year, All Born Screaming, which is one of her heavier releases in terms of feel and lots of industrial elements. You can really feel the Nine Inch Nails influence in there, but I think it's pretty solid. It's a good record. Big Time Nothing was real solid. Flea was real good. I mean, it's an album I have to listen to a few more times because I've only had the chance to listen to it 2 or 3 times since it's come out. But I do like it a lot. It's pretty solid, at least in terms of what I get from it the few times I've listened to it so far. I feel like it also fits pretty comfortably in the B tier. So, not the biggest discography, definitely not the longest video, but it's a good quick one to get out. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys check out her discography. In terms of my favorites, I would definitely say Strange Mercy, Mass Seduction, and Actor are probably the best places to start. Our 2 S tiers in the first A. But yeah, St. Vincent tier list. Next one's gonna be a bit of a controversial choice, at least in today's current climate. You'll see in the next one. Bye, guys. See ya.